for joining. So let's wait for some more time. Another 2 minutes maybe, then we will okay, we will start immediately. Hope you can hear me now, right? Properly. Is my audio audible? Can you hear me? And yeah, okay. If you want to unmute and speak, you can unmute yourself and speak. I have given the permission, but make sure you are mute at other times. Don't unmute and sometimes it will create noises and disturbances. So if you're not speaking anything, please mute yourself and be like that. Okay, so people are joining. So let's wait for some more time. People are joining. Okay, so how many of you here are like uh, totally new to Python? How many of you here are totally new to Python? You can say in the chat box. You can say that in the chat box. How many of you totally new to Python? Completely new. Okay. Okay. So only two. Okay. How many of you are totally new to programming itself? I'm new to programming, sir. I don't know any programming. How many of you totally new to programming? Okay. One. Okay. Fine. Okay, I'll tell you what this session is about. Python made easy. This session is the objective of this session is to show you how easy Python is. Okay. And then also this is to make sure you learn concepts easily in this 2 or 3 hours. So we'll be having practical session, completely practical session from the very beginning. So in this 2 or 3 hours, you will be learning the basic concepts of any programming language. Now, the concept you're going to learn today, in this 2 or 3 hours, is applied to any programming language. Every programming language will be having these concepts, so you can easily apply them to other languages also. And that's why I told you this practical session. I want you to have your laptops beside you. Okay, it's better. Please have your laptops with you, or you can practice even with your mobile phone. So you can watch and practice. Practicing while seeing it is better. Okay, fine. So how many of you are going to try this with mobile phone? How many of you are having a laptop with you, and how many of you don't have laptop, you want to try with mobile phone? Having laptop, okay, good. Mobile, okay, okay, great. Fine. Okay, having laptop. Okay, great. Super. Okay, now let's start now. Let's start. Now for those who are having mobile phone, you can install this software. Install this app. It's called PyDroid. Okay, PyDroid 3. You can use this mobile app to do whatever we are going to do today. We'll be doing some Python steps today. So you can use this to practice today's session. Okay. PyDroid 3 is the app's name. You can install it in your mobile phone. So you can do it on mobile phone itself. Okay, this is for those who are having only mobile phone. If you have laptop, it's better to practice in laptop. You can watch in mobile and say, do in laptop. Or if you have two screens, you can watch in one screen and do this in another screen, similar that. For those who are having laptop, you have to install Python first. Okay. And by the way, I'm not going to give any lecture about Python today. See, history, geography, whatever. I'm not going to say all that. We are going to straight away jump into doing things. Okay. We're going to draw using Python and learn some concepts. Also, I told you I'll be showing you demo on Python's different applications. Okay. Like how we can use Python for different purposes. Okay. That I'll show in the end. Okay, let's do. So what we can do is we have to go to Python's website, okay, python.org, and there you'll be seeing downloads option. Okay, downloads option is there. You can see the latest version is showing there. Click on that. It'll download the latest version. Now, what I want you to do, create a new folder in desktop. Okay, please create new folder in desktop where we will be storing all the files we're going to use. We'll be creating many Python files. We'll be having setup files and all that. So it's better to store in that folder so that you can easily go through it later. So let me create a new folder in desktop and let me name it as PME. So Python made easy English version June. Okay, so I'm going to keep it that way for me to remember it. You can name it any way you want. And by the way, if you want me to stop, if you want me to wait, if you want me to go slow, you tell me in the chat box. Okay, I'm ready to stop. I'm ready to go slow. I'm ready to wait. Even if it is, if you want me to wait until you install the software, you can tell me. Okay, fine. So in this folder, I'm going to store this setup file, Python 3.11.4, which is shown here. So I'm going to show that here. So it's downloaded now. It's downloaded. You can see it's downloaded and it will be there in my folder now. Let me show you. So it will be there in, where is it? So in desktop and PME English June, here it is. You can see the file here. Have you downloaded? Please let me know if you downloaded it. If you're done downloading, you send a done message. Okay. If you're done with anything, if I give you some task or something, if you ask it to do something, after you're done, send a done message. That will be easy for me to follow. Have you all downloaded it? And also those who are using mobile phone, did you install the app, mobile app, PyDroid 3? Yes? Not? Okay. Okay, great. Phone. Okay, great. Fine. Great. So now we have the software setup file. You have to install Python using this file now. Okay. So double click on it. You'll see a window coming up like this. See this window coming up. Now it is asking me to upgrade Python or customize installation. Because I have Python already, you can see here, if I type Python in my start menu, you can see many versions of Python I have. I have Python 3.9, 3.7, 3.8, 3.10, 3.11. I have all 5 versions of Python. So that's why it's asking me to upgrade actually. But for you, it won't show upgrade. If you're installing for the first time, it will show like install now. Okay, it show you install now, which is default installation, which is actually default installation. It is the default way of installing things. But don't do that. Don't click install now. You have to click customize installation. But before clicking customize installation, do you see any option here which saying add Python to the path? Are you seeing that option here with the checkbox here? It says add Python to the path. Something like that. Is any option like that there? Those are using laptop, you let me know, please. If you're installing a laptop, please let me know. Or you're seeing this option, add Python to the path. Because that option is very important. Okay. You have to tick it. Okay. You have to tick it and then click customize installation. Okay. Tick this option and then click customize installation. So like this, you tick it and then click customize installation. And the next screen, you can tick everything. You may need everything. You can tick everything, especially make sure these two are present. This PIP, this idle, both are important. Okay. Documentation also is important. So it's better to have all these 5 options enabled. This last option is up to you. If you have many users in your laptop, you can, if you want to install for everyone, click this. Or if you want to install for only the current user, then don't click this. Okay. Then click next. And in the next screen, make sure these 3 options are enabled. These 3 options should be ticked. Okay. Especially this third one, add Python to environment variables. It's a very important option. You have to tick it. After checking it, click install. It will install now. See, let me repeat again. Let me repeat again. In the first screen, you have to tick this option here, which says add Python to the path. Okay, you'll see that option. Tick it and click customize installation. In the next screen, you'll see all these 5. Okay, you see all these 5. And the next screen, you have to make sure these 3 are ticked. And then you click install. It will install for you. I'm clicking cancel because I have already, so I'm clicking cancel, but you click install and install it. Okay. Once installed, you send me a done message. Send a done message in the chat box. Come on. And for those who are asking about certificate, yeah, those are attending to the last and completing the feedback form along with, there'll be some 5 questions on Python today's session. And you have to fill that up and then fill the, the feedback form. You'll be getting the certificate. Okay. Fine. So I'll wait. I'll give you 2 minutes. Please install it and let me know. Come on. Okay. Shall I? Is anyone still installing? Is it installing for anyone? If so, yeah, send me a wait message or I'll wait. No issues. Not installing? Okay. So I hope everyone has completed installation. Okay, I'll start with Python now. So we have the software ready. Okay, I'm sorry. Once again. One second. I'm sorry. Yes, you can use the app. Okay, what app is available in Windows? Okay, 3.11. Yeah, if you have 3.11 version, yes, you can proceed with it. If you have 3.11 version of the Python, you can proceed with it, not an issue. Okay, not an issue. We can proceed with that itself. Okay, fine. Okay, let me start now. Now, if you have installed Python, you will be seeing something like this software idle. Are you seeing it? Go to start menu, and click idle. If you click idle, you will be seeing the software coming up. Idle is a software we are going to use for practicing Python today. Okay, so please see if you are having this software now. Idle, it will show you as idle shell 3.11.1. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Everyone, please let me know. Okay, okay, great. Great, super. Okay, great. Fine. Okay, now before getting into that, let me a small a basic thing you should know about programming. Those are new to programming, this is very important for you. Tell me, what is programming actually? What is programming actually? What is a programming language? What is a programming language? Yes. You want to unmute yourself and speak, or you can send chat or chat itself. Set of instructions. Exactly. So programming languages are basically instructions given to the computer. Okay, instructions given to the computer. Now, what do computers understand? What do they understand? What do computers understand? Do they understand English? Or programming languages are in English, right? Okay, computers understand only, yeah, ones and zeros, exactly, binary, exactly. So ones and zeros, they understand only ones and zeros. They don't understand English or Tamil or whatever. Okay. Our programming languages are English, right? Python is in English. There are other programming languages, there are programming language, different languages. Okay. But mainly most of the programming languages are in English. That's exactly right. For example, okay, let me show you something. There's something called Elil. It's a programming language in Tamil. Okay, there's no Tamil, you will know. See, it's a programming language in Tamil. So you can type in Tamil and it will be, see, it's a like Tamil programming language. And do you know what is Bile language? Bile language, it's a programming language in English, but all are like Hindi words, like Hindi Urdu words. Hi, bye. Okay. So this actual language, you can, there's also a website for it. See, this is a boy language. Hi, bye, bol, bye, something like that. Okay. So programming languages are generally they're generally in English actually, but they may be in other languages also. Okay. But computers, they don't understand all these things. They don't understand English or Tamil or Hindi or whatever. They don't understand anything. They understand only ones and zeros. So whatever we write as a Python code, okay, whatever we write as Python code, we write in Python, which is actually in English, okay, in English. This have to be converted into ones and zeros, okay. This have to convert to ones and zeros. Some software have to do that work, okay. And idle is a software we want to use for that. Idle, we just open now, right? Idle shell, whatever idle. This idle is called an ID. It's called an ID. Okay, we call it IDE, which means integrated development environment. This is short form IDE. Idle is actually an IDE, which is basically going to convert our Python to ones and zeros. So Python language will be converted into ones and zeros and then sent to the computer. In other words, this work is called compiling work. Compiling means converting your language into ones and zeros. That's why we call IDE as also compiler. Okay, idle as compiler also. Compiler. Okay, IDE generally the software is called compiler. You understand this? Are you getting it? A software is needed. Okay, yeah, software is needed to convert the language we write into ones and zeros, and that software is called compiler or IDE, and idle is one such software. Okay, it is the default software we get for doing this work. There are many software like that. There are many softwares for Python which can be used for converting your Python into ones and zeros. The most famous one is PyCharm. Okay, something called PyCharm. I have PyCharm in me. This one. The most famous one is PyCharm, but PyCharm is like heavyweight. Okay, for beginners, you go with idle. After you practice Python much, then you can shift to PyCharm. Okay, for beginners, idle shell is okay. You got it? You understand this, everyone? Yes? You understand this, right, everyone? Shall we proceed? Yeah, fine, great. Thanks. So this idle shell, the window which you open now is more like an output window. It's an output window. So you basically don't program here. You only see the output in the screen. To program something, you go to file and click new file. See here, you click new file here, and then a new window will open up. So this is where you're going to write your programs. So you write your programs here and then run the program from here. After you run the program, the output can be seen on the screen. So this window, the one you created from file, is the actual place for writing program. This is the output screen. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to place this both the screens side by side. See, I'm going to drag this and put it here, and this one I'm going to put it here. See, I have both the screens side by side. So now I can program in this space and then see the output here. Even you can do the same thing. You don't have to switch screens again and again to see the output. So I'll program on this side and then see the output on this side. Okay. So let's start with very basic program. Very basic program. In any programming language we go, the basic one you see is the hello world program, isn't it? So what is hello world? They basically print the word hello world, and that's what you see. Let's do the same thing. Now to print hello world, you just have to give print and then hello world. See? And by the way, as I told you in the beginning, we are going to learn the concepts by drawing. Okay, we'll be using Python to draw something and then learn concepts like looping, condition, and all that. But for the beginning thing, I have to go through few things. So that alone, you just bear with me. Okay, now listen. So I have this program now. I have this code written in this file. First of all, I should save it. So go to file and click save. Save, and then I will save it inside the same folder I created. In desktop, we created the folder, right? And we named it as Python Made Easy English Zone. Okay, so let me name it as, I have to give the name for my code for the program. Let me name it as first. This is my first code, right? So I'm going to name it as first itself. It's up to you. You can give any name. Don't give keywords, commands, library names, and all that. Give something unique. Okay. So I'm just giving us first. You can give my first program or whatever. Then click save. You can see it is saved as first now, and you can see the location also. Okay, it is in desktop. It is in somewhere in in this folder. Now I can just go to run. Click run module. See here. After I click run module, I can see the output. The output is seen on this Python shell, idle shell. Are you getting it? Let me know. Are you getting it? Those who are doing, let me know. Okay, great. Others, in those are doing in mobile phone, let me know. Are you getting this in mobile phone? I told you those are doing in mobile phone. You can use the app PyDroid, isn't it? So let me know if you are getting a mobile phone. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So printing is a very basic thing in any programming. Okay, it is very important also. Without printing, we can't actually debug things. If you want to go look for errors, you want debug errors, printing is very, very important. Okay, fine. Now let's print, do some calculation and print it. For example, I can do something like 5 plus 6, and I'll erase this, and print this alone. Let me save it and run it. You can see I'm getting the output. I'm doing some math operation here and then seeing the output. Similarly, I can do many things. 5 plus 6. Let's say there are 7 mathematical operations and 5 arithmetic operations. Minus, what is star? What is slash? What is double star? What is double slash? What is percentage? How many of you know all these things? What star means? Star means, yeah, multiplication. Slash means division. What is double star? Double star means, double star means it's called flow. Okay, double star means it's actually power. Okay, yeah, not square basically. It's power of something. Double slash means floor division. Okay, and percentage means modulus. We say modulus or fine trim. For those who are new, okay, let me do it. Let me see here. For those who are new, see here. I'll explain in simple way. Listen here. This is plus, this is minus, this is multiplication, this is division, this is power. Power means it's like saying 5 into 6. 5 times multiplying 6 times multiplying 5. 5 power. What is 5 power 6? 5 power 6 is 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. That's what this double star means. Double star means 5 to the power 6. So 5 into 5 into, so you multiply 5 6 times. Okay, that is actually power, double star. And then you have something called double slash, right? Double slash. This is basically called floor division. Okay, floor division means, let's say, okay, let me do this. See here, I'm going to divide 25 by 6 and okay, see here, look at these three once again. Look at this three. Let me show you the difference. See, this is 25 by 6, 25 double slash 6, 25 mod of 6. All these three are doing the same operation, but the output is different. See here. Now, when I say 25 by 6, I will be getting something like 4.166666, something like that, because it will divide, 6 will divide this completely. It will divide this completely. Okay, so I'll be getting the output as 4.16666. But instead of that, let's say, okay, let's do this. So 25 divided by 6, right? 6 fours are 24, remainder 1. Okay, this is normal way we do max, isn't it? Now when I see 20 by 6, it gives me completely 4.1666 something. When I say 25 double slash 6, it doesn't divide completely. Instead, it divides actually, but it gives me only the quotient value. It's a quotient, right? This one is remainder, isn't it? We call this quotient, this remainder. So what happens? This will give me this value, 4. Similarly, if I say 25 percentage 6, it will give me the remainder value. So this will give me remainder value. This value will be getting as 1. You understand? Percentage means remainder, double slash means quotient. You understand this? Yeah. So in other words, we call this as floor division and modulus. Okay. Generally, we call this as floor division. This one as modulus. Okay. Now, okay, let me run this program. See the output. Let's see the output. See, I'm running this program. Yes. See. So plus 6, minus 6, multiply, power. See, 25 by 6 is this value. 25 double slash is 4. 20% 6 is 1. So as we saw, it is actually working, right? Now, let's say I don't want, it's same thing. Integer division, both the same. Integer division, floor division, both are same. It's a different word. That's it. It's the same thing. Okay. Okay. Now listen. Let's say I don't want this line to execute. I don't want this line. I don't want to erase this line, but I don't want this line to execute. In that case, I can put hash in front of it, see, and make or disable that line. Okay, I'm disabling this line. I disabled it. Now, if I run this, you won't see this line being executed. See, this 11 is not coming. It is working from here. Similarly, if I don't want this line, let's say I don't want this line, I can just put hash in front of it and disable it. See, okay, see, I'm not seeing seeing this output because I disable it. Now this we call as commenting. Commenting means you are making a line as comment. Comment means it's not part of the code. It's not code anymore. It's just some sort of text. That's it. So we call this thing as commenting. Okay. You can use commenting to take notes. Okay. For example, let's say I want to know, I want to remember this as power. What I can do, I put hash here and say this is power. Similarly, I want to remember this as floor division. I'll put hash in front of it and put floor division. So you can use commenting option, okay, to take notes easily. You'll understand later. When you look at the program later, you will understand the program. You won't forget things. So you can use commenting. It's a good practice basically. Commenting is good practice. Okay, a good programmer will always put comments in his code so that others will understand when they look at the code. Okay, you understand, right? What's commenting? Commenting means disabling a line, which means it's not part of the code anymore. It won't execute when you run the program. If I comment, let's say if I comment all these lines, all these lines will be there in the code, but it won't execute. If I run this, it won't execute. See? And if I uncomment them, now all this will run. Okay, that's what commenting means. And commenting is highly used in taking notes. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I hope you are doing it right. Shall I proceed? Anyone wants time to take notes of this? If you want, let me know. Otherwise, I will proceed. Okay, I'll proceed. I assume everyone is coping up properly. Fine. Now, next thing is, now let's say, see here, okay, let's say have 25 here, let's say. So I have 25 everywhere. Okay, every output is 25 and 6. Let's say I have like this in many places. Now 25 and 6 both are kind of data, isn't it? Both of them are data. 25 is the data, 6 is the data. Both of them are some sort of data. Now you can see here in this program, 25 is appearing in almost like 21 places, isn't it? 7, 7, 7. In 21 places, data 25 is coming. Similarly, data 6 is appearing in 25 places, in 21 places. It's okay, but let's say I want to change this data from 25 to some other data. Let's say 10. I want to change 25 to 10. How can I change it? Shall I go to every place and keep changing it? Shall I keep doing it everywhere? Is it a good way? Is it a good proper way? It's a big work, isn't it? Let's say some data is appearing in 100 places in a code. If we want to change the data, if data is changing because of something, will we be able to go and change it everywhere? It's not possible, isn't it? So what can we do? You understand my question? Data is tend to change. Data may change. Okay, data may change in the code. So how can I change data easily? No, not find and replace is again a manual thing. Even that is the easiest way, okay, to make sure data is changed easily, data is altered easily, yeah, is by using variables. Okay, note this down. Variables. Now, variables are some letters, some characters or words. Let's say I can put like this and store 25 in A. I'm storing 25 in A. Similarly, I can store 6 in B. Now, wherever I want to 25 to come, I'll just put A. See here, 1 second. And let's say B, sorry, B. See here, let me do this. Control C, then okay, Control V. See here. So in all these places, okay, I have A in 25 places, B in 21 places. So wherever there is A, 25 will be coming up. 25 will replace that word. Okay, see. And the best part is, if you want to change the data in all these places, I don't have to go and change in every place. Where can I change? I can just change here. Just change here. It will be applied everywhere. You get the point? Okay, you can change the data in just one place and it will be applied in every place. Similarly, let's say I want to put 11 here. I want to change B's value to 11. I can just change it. Also, I can change it any way place you want. For example, after this point, I want to change A to 5 and B to 6. You can change anywhere. You get it? Similarly, I want to change data somewhere here. Let's say I want to change B alone. B equals to 100. Let's say I give. See, I can change it. So you are able to vary the data at any place you want to. That is why this A and B are called variables. Okay, they are called, it can be any name or word. See, it is you are able to vary the data at any place you want. You can vary anywhere you want in the as and when you want. That's why we call this A and B as variable. Variable means something which is used for storing the data and vary at any point you want to. And it can be even a word like this. For example, you can put instead of A and B, you can put number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, something like that, number 2. Or you can put something like, let's say number underscore 1, number underscore 2. You can put like that. Okay, it can be a word or a character, not an issue. But don't start with a number. You shouldn't put one number. Okay, this is not allowed. One number, two number. This is not allowed. Don't start a variable with a number. But you can put number 1, number 2 like that. Number 1, number 2. That is allowed. But don't start with a number. Okay, don't start with a number. You can start with a character or a word and then put some number. Now these are called variables. So variables are highly used. Okay, wherever you go in any program you take, there will be variables. Usually all data will be stored in variables only. Only then you'll be able to handle them easily. You'll be able to change them easily, alter the data at any place you want to. You understand? You understand what variables are and why we use it? And how to create variables and how to change it and all that? Okay, so hope you understand. Everyone? Okay, now let's get into the drawing part. So now we are going to draw using Python. Okay, are you all ready? Is everyone ready? Shall I proceed? Let me know. Is anyone still doing it? Should I wait? Okay, great. Thanks for. Please just send a message and whenever I ask something, if you send the message in chat box, it'll be easy for me because I'll be in doubt whether you're doing or not doing. So if you send the yes or done or whatever, then I can easily proceed easily. Okay, fine. Now let me create a new file. I'm going to create a new file and let me put it here same like that and shell on this side. And let me name it as second. Okay, I'm going to name the second file as second itself. So second Python file. Fine. Now listen, before getting into drawing, one simple question. What is a library? What is a library? Hmm? What is a library? Okay, it's saving files, place where we can store built-in functions. Okay, collection of modules, great, file save. Okay, framework. Okay, all are correct. Okay, all are correct. Generally, in real world, library is some collection of information, isn't it? Collection of books or a collection of information, you can say. Okay, you have information, we can make use of this information. Yeah. In programming, libraries are collection of functions. Okay, collection of functions. They make our work easy. Okay, collection of functions. So basically, they make our work easy. Okay, if I need 10 lines to do some work, your libraries will make it doing only one line. That's why we use library. Okay, let's say some work is involving like 100 lines. Your library may help us to do it in only like 10 lines or 15 lines. We'll use just call the function and it'll execute. Okay, that's what libraries are. The reason why I'm saying this is we're going to make use of a library now. We're going to use a library now to actually draw. Okay, and that library is called turtle. It's called turtle. Now this library is present inside the Python installation itself. When you install Python, this will also get installed. Now this library have to be added to our program. Only then you can make use of it. Okay, only if we add this library to our program, we can make use of it. To add this library to our program, you have to import it. See here, importing means I'm adding this library called turtle to my program, and to do that I use the word import. Now this is more like using hash include. You remember hash include in C program? Hash include stdio.h. You remember? The same thing. Hash include coney.h, hash include math.h. It's the same thing. Instead of hash include, you put import here. That's the difference. If you have learned C program, you'll know it. Even if you don't learn C, at least you would have seen this line in school or I think college, right? Fine. So importing means adding this library to my program. Okay. Now after adding, to draw something, I need to have a pen and a paper, isn't it? Generally, what do we need for drawing? We need a pen and a paper. Now, in terms of Python or programming, we need a screen and a drawing object. So there's something called screen. Okay, something called screen, and then something called turtle object. Okay. Now this screen, listen to this carefully. Okay, listen to this carefully. The screen is inside this library turtle. This turtle is actually the drawing object. It's basically like a pen. It's basically like an arrow. This is what is going to draw for us. And the screen is actually the window. Screen is basically a window. See what happens now. The screen is inside this turtle library. This turtle is inside this turtle library. Now to say that these two are inside this, I have to put turtle in front of it like this. See, let me tell you again. Let me repeat again. See, this screen is inside this library turtle. This turtle function is also inside this turtle library only. But if I run this now, see, if I run this now, the Python won't know where they are. If I run this now, see what happens. See, what is saying? It says screen is not defined, which means it doesn't know where screen is. It doesn't know where screen is. It's throwing an error now. It's saying, I don't know what screen is. Screen, you haven't defined screen. So to let Python know that this screen and turtle are inside this turtle library, you have to put turtle in front of it. You understand this? Do you understand this? Now if I run this, see, you can see a screen coming up. I have a screen coming up. Also, I see a turtle object. This is turtle. Okay. This is what is this? This is turtle. This object is turtle, and this is screen. Screen is this window. Are you getting it? Are you getting it, everyone? Are you getting a screen and a turtle object? Okay, so this is what we're going to draw now. We're going to draw in the screen only. So I hope you understand why we put this. Okay, we need to put this only then Python will understand the screen and turtle are inside turtle library. Okay, now I want to give a name to both of them. Okay, for example, for the screen, I want to give a name like paper. And for this one, I want to give a name as pen, like this. Okay, for those who don't understand what this thing is, basically it comes under OOPS concepts, okay? Objects and classes. That's a different thing, okay? We're not going to look at it today. So if you don't know what's OOPS and all that, please understand, I'm giving a name to the screen as paper. I'm creating a variable for this screen as paper, and I'm creating a variable for this turtle object as pen. You can name it anything you want to. You can keep it as board, pencil, brush, whatever you want. It's up to you. You can give your name also, not an issue. But to understand easily, I'm naming this pen and paper. Okay. Now using this pen and paper, I'm going to draw some. Okay, I don't need to use paper now. I've created the paper. This is the paper now. This is screen. I want to draw using pen now. So to draw, I have to move the pen. And I can do that by giving like pen dot forward. See? And I can give how many steps I want to move. For example, 100 steps. If I run this, see what happens. If I run this, yay, see that? See that? My pen just move forward 100 steps. Are you getting it? For those who are trying, try and let me know. You understand this, right? Do you understand this, everyone? I just move the pen forward 100 steps and so it moved forward. Similarly, I can move it right also. See, like this, for example, I can say pen dot right, and I have to give some angle inside. For moving, I mean turning right, see it says angle. Let's say 90 degrees. I say 90 degrees. Okay. I'll say 90 degrees. So also, let's say I want to move forward again. So see what happens. I'm moving forward, turning right 90 degrees, and again moving forward 100 steps. And if I do this, see what happens. See that? My pen moved forward 100 steps, turned right 90 steps, again move for 100 steps. Are you getting it? Let me know. You understand this, right? Easy, right? Easy. Okay, great. Now how can it draw a square now? How can draw a square? Can try it and let me know. How can I draw a square? What should I do to draw a square now? Left? No, why left? It has to turn right again. See, for this arrow, this is only right, this is only left. For us only, this is right and this is left. For this arrow, it is up, it is downwards, right? The arrow is downwards. So this is right, this is only right, this is only left. So where it should turn now? It should turn right, isn't it? So again turn right, again move forward, again turn right, again move forward. So if we do this two more times, see here, if we do this two more times, forward, right, forward, right, forward, right, forward. Now I can draw a square. See that? You understand? Forward, right, forward, right, forward, right, forward. Yeah, great, super. You got the square, super. How can I draw a triangle? How can I draw a triangle now? Tell me, how can I draw a triangle? What should I change? What should I change to draw a triangle? Okay, what is the angle I should give? What angle I should give for triangle? 180, yeah? 60, yeah? Okay, let me give 60. And also I should have only 3 sides, right? So I don't need this one. Okay, so I give 100, 60. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm not seeing a triangle here. Why it's not a triangle? Okay, let me show. Let me explain. A simple math. I think you have to learn your. I mean, everyone needs to. Even I learned maths properly only after learning programming. Usually, we don't learn maths properly at school. That's why most of the people hate maths. How many of you hate maths here? You don't like maths. When you learn programming, when you start becoming a programmer, actually you'll start loving maths, because everywhere you go, you'll be using maths. You'll understand things easily. Okay. Now, in our case, we have to get triangle like this, right? Something like this. So it has to move forward, turn right, and something like that. Now this angle is 60. That's why you guys are saying 60 degrees, isn't it? You said 60 because this angle is 60. But actually, our arrow is moving like this, and then it is turning this way, isn't it? When it's turning this way, you shouldn't consider this angle. You should consider this angle. How much is this one? If this is 60, how much is this angle? It is turning this way. So you should consider exterior angle, not 30. How can you tell? Total, see, the total degree is 360, isn't it? Total is 360. And half of it is 180. And in 180, if this is 60, this one is 120. So if you give 120, you will get the triangle. Let's do it. So if you give 120, you will get the triangle. See? You got it? See? You understood? You understand this? And if you want upper triangle, just change it to left. If you change it to left, you will get upper triangle. Okay? You will get a triangle on top. So you'll turn left and see, you'll get upper triangle. You understand this, right? You understand this? Okay. The easiest way to find the angle for any figure. For example, I want to find the angle for hexagon. Angle for hexagon 60. Okay. How can I find the angle? Is easy. 360 by number of sides. For example, for square, 360 by 4 is 90. So this is angle for square. For hexagon, 360 by 6, which is 60. For octagon, 360 by 8, which is 45. So you can find the angle you want to give by using this formula. Okay, 360 by number of sides. Now, if you apply that here for, let's say for octagon, let's say 45, and let's say give 45 here, and then you have to do it for 8 times, right? For octagon, there is 8 sides. So I have to give 8 forwards. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8. See? Forward right. Okay, I'm doing forward left. Anyways, no issues. So forward left, forward left, forward left. The 8 times I'm doing it with angle 45. Now I should get a hexagon. Yeah, see? I'm getting it. Are you getting it? You understood this, everyone? It's easy to understand, isn't it? It's not difficult. Come on, try this. Try this and let me know. No, no, wait. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what we have to do for this. Are you all done with this? Everyone, you want some time? You want some time? Okay, let me proceed now. Listen here. See here. Now, in programming, okay, you have to keep this in mind always. In programming, when you're getting into new concept, the reason for getting into new concept is only one question. Okay, one question takes you to a new concept. And what is that question? The question is, how can I make it simple? How can I reduce the number of lines? How can I make it simple? This question is only the reason for new concepts coming up in programming languages. Any program you take, new concepts come because they want to make program simpler. Now, if you apply that question here, see, I can see there are 16 lines for drawing a hexagon. If I apply the question, how can I make it simple? I enter into a new concept called what? Those are no, tell me. How can I make this line simple? Yeah, loops, looping. Okay, exactly. So looping. Looping means, what's looping generally? What's the general meaning of the word looping? Repeating, right? You repeat, you put songs on loop, which means you keep repeating the songs again and again. Similarly, when something is repeating again and again, you use the looping concept and reduce the number of lines. And how to do that? Let's see it now. Okay. See what I'm going to do now. I want to repeat these two lines 8 times to draw an octagon. Okay, that's what we did already. We actually put 8 times these two lines, 16 lines totally to draw octagon. But to reduce the lines, I'm going to use looping concept now. And there are two looping concepts. One is called for loop, other is called while loop. Okay, and we'll see for loop now. If we have time, we'll see while. Okay, so let's look at for loop first. Now, how to create a for loop now? Okay, listen to me carefully. Okay, you just see and then you do. Don't do as I'm doing now, because you have to understand each and everything properly. So I'll give you time for doing. Listen to each and everything, and then you do it later. Okay, now listen. First of all, you should use the word for. This is the keyword. Generally, keywords means, okay, keywords means any inbuilt commands in Python or in language. Okay, inbuilt commands are words. Okay, inbuilt commands or any words are called keywords. For is an inbuilt keyword. Okay, so you have to put for. Okay, you have to put for, and then you have to create a variable. Okay, you have to understand this. After putting for, create a variable. Generally, people use I or A or J or whatever. Now, for understanding purpose, I'm going to create a variable called times, because we want to repeat number of times, right? We're going to repeat 8 times. So I'm going to create a variable called times, okay, using for loop. And I want this times variable to run 8 times, okay, to run 8 times. And how will I say that? I can say that by saying like this, in range 8. Now, what's the meaning of this? Now, what is the meaning of this line? Let me repeat again. Listen to me, everyone. So, what I'm doing here, I'm creating a for loop, and in that for loop, I'm creating a variable called times. This times variable is going to run 8 times, starting from 0 until 7. Okay, it will run 8 times. The times variable will have its value from 0 to 7, and whatever is inside the for loop will also run 8 times. Now these two lines have to come inside this for loop, right? How can I say that? Generally, C program, you will see open brace, close brace, right? You will see use this to say something is inside something. But in Python, there is no open brace and close brace. How can I say something is inside something? Yeah, you have to indent them. Indentation. Okay, there's something called indentation. Indentation means generally in English, it's basically giving spacing, right? Spacing. Indentation means spacing. In English prose and all, when you write English essays and all, you will indent before starting a paragraph, isn't it? You start a paragraph by giving some space and then start. Basically, call it as indentation. So in programming in Python, indentation means spacing. And why we do that? What is the meaning of it? It means something is inside something. A line is inside something is okay, inside something. So whatever lines are indented, they're inside some other line. That's what it means. Now what I want is, I want these two lines to come inside for loop. Only then they will run 8 times. So to do that, what I have to do is I have to indent them. How will you indent? You put your cursor here, press tab. Don't push space bar. Don't press space bar. Press tab button. Where is tab button? Tab button is on top of caps. On top of caps lock, you'll see tab button. So you press tab once, it will indent. Now let me repeat again. Everyone listen here. Let me repeat again. What I've done here is, I want these two lines to repeat 8 times so that I can draw an octagon. Okay. Previously, we'll draw an octagon. I used 16 lines. Now to reduce the number of lines, I'm going to use for loop. And how to use a for loop? First of all, you should use the word for, and then you should create a variable, any variable name. It can be even A or B, whatever. For understanding, input times, and this times variable have to run 8 times. Only then I can draw an octagon. And to say that, I have to use in range 8. Range is actually a function which will give you numbers from certain limit. For example, if we put 8 here, it will give numbers from 0 to 7. If we put 100 here, it will give numbers from 0 to 99. So whatever number you are giving, it will give number until the before the previous value of the number. If we put 100 here, it will give me times value. The value of times will be from 0 to 99. If we put 8 here, it will give me value of times from 0 to 7. So now the times will run 8 times, right? 0 to 7 is 8 times. Remember this. Remember this. In programming, counting starts from 0. Okay, it's a very important rule. You should always remember this. In programming, counting starts from 0. In real life, we don't do that, right? In real life, if someone asks you how many fingers you have, what you say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. You say I have 10 fingers. But in programming, we don't start the counting from 1. We start the counting from 0. That is why if we put 8 here, it is starting from 0 and giving until 7. You understand this? Okay, you shouldn't think like, okay, the times value will come until 8. No. It starts from 0 and go until 7 because counting starts from 0. Now if you're on this, see what happens? Yeah, I'm getting an octagon by only using 3 lines. Before this, we used 16 lines to draw octagon. Now we used only 3 lines. Now this is the use of looping. Looping will help you to reduce the lines in the code. You understand this, everyone? Now we can try this. You understand this, right? Yeah. Okay, let me repeat the spacing part. See, generally there won't be spacing here. Now when there's no spacing, it means these 2 lines are not inside any loop or function. Okay, but I want to put these 2 lines inside this for loop. Only then they will run 8 times. If they are outside the for loop, they won't run 8 times, right? See here. Let me print the value of times here. See here what happens. See what happens. Only this line is inside for loop now. Okay, only this line. So these 2 are not inside for loop. See what happens. See, the times value is printing from 0 to 7. It's printing 0 to 7. But these 2 lines have run only 1 time because they're not inside the for loop now. They have to run 8 times, right? See, it's run only one time. That's why it stopped. When I want this to run 8 times, these two have to be indented. Okay, if I have to give space like this, only then it is inside the for loop. Now if I run this, they will run 8 times, and so we can see the octant coming. See, you understood? And also you can see the value of times printing from 0 to 7. I told you, right? The times value will be starting from 0 and going until 7. You understood this? Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Now, how can I draw a circle now? Tell me, how can I draw a circle? What should I change here? Okay, how to draw hexagon first? To draw hexagon, I should put 6 here and then change the angle to 60, isn't it? Change the angle to 60 and then put 6 here. I also will draw right. Okay, we'll draw right just for changing. Okay, now if I run this, I can see hexagon coming up, right? Because I put 6 here, then angle 60. What should I change here to draw a circle now? Tell me. How can you draw a circle? What is the value I should give in range and angle? Range for angle, that is for square. Range for angle 90 is for square. I'm asking for circle. Angle 360, yeah. Okay. Okay, how many sides does a circle have? How many sides does a circle have? How many sides? How many sides does a circle have? Any idea? Okay. A circle has infinite number of sides. There's no limit to it. You can draw a circle with 1,000 sides, 1 lakh sides, or 1 crore sides. It's a circle has infinite number of sides, but we can't draw with infinite sides and all. Now, for us, we can fix at least 360 sides because total degree is 360, right? So we need at least 360 sides for properly creating a circle. Now, if the sides are 360, what is the angle? What will the angle value? If the circle has 360 sides, what will be the angle value? I told you how to find the angle, right? What's the formula? 360 by number of sides. So 360 by 360 is how much? 1. Yeah. So if you put angle 1, now I can get a circle. Now I'll get a circle. So 360 sides and 1 angle, I can get a circle. But the problem is, see here, the problem is for every side, it is going 100 steps because we gave 100, right? We gave 100. So for every side going 100 steps, so it is taking longer time. It's drawing a very big circle. So okay, let me remove this. We don't need this now. Okay, fine. So I want to change the forward value to only 1 because the 360 sides, right? So it's enough if I move only 1 step for every degree. Now, so now if I run this, if I put 1, it's very big. If I put 100, it's very big. So I put only 1 now. Now if I run this, see what happens. See? You get it? You understand? See? So 360 times forward 1, right 1. I'm getting a circle. You understood this? Are you getting it, everyone? Are you getting it? Is everyone getting it? Come on, try and let me know. After you try, let me know if you're getting it. You understood this, right? Why I put 1 and 1? 360 sides. So angle is 1. I made forward 1 because it's going. If you put 2 here, it will be again bigger circle. If you put 2 here, it will be bigger circle. See, if you put 2 here, it will be a bigger circle. A small, slightly bigger circle. And if you put 5 here, a more bigger circle. 5 years, more bigger circle. Flip it. See? You understood, people, everyone? You understand? Okay, others? Okay, great. Super. Now, next important concept. Okay, if you're done, you send it done. If you want me to wait, let me know. Otherwise, I'll proceed. We have gone to next important concept. How to draw two shapes at a time. Okay, for that, you need to learn some other concept. It is not possible today. We'll see. I'll let you know later. Okay. Now listen. Now I can actually change the color of. Okay, let me remove this. Let me remove this. Remove this. Remove this. Okay. I can change the color of the pen by giving the command like this. Pen dot color and give red. It will draw red color. But on this, okay, let me go for square itself. 490, isn't it? That's what we gave for square. Now if I run this, I'll get a red square. See? And if I put blue here, I'll get blue square. See? Okay, now this is easy. Now my question is, how can it draw a square with 4 different colors on 4 sides? For example, top red, side blue, this side green, and this side, let's say, yellow. How can it draw a square like this? 4 colors on 4 sides. How can it draw? Tell me. You understand the question? I can use pen dot color to change the color of the pen. When I give like this, it is applied to all 4 sides. But I want a square with 4 different colors on 4 sides. How can I do it? Tell me. Any idea? No? Okay. One time function. No, pen dot color, no, that won't work. You can't give 4 colors in pen dot color. One time function, no, we're not going to look at function now. Okay. Now, if we don't have for loop, see, we don't have for loop, see here. I can do it easily using without for loop like this. For example, I can just copy this, paste it here, and sorry, I can just copy paste this 4 times like this, comment it. See, blue, red, green. Now this easy, right? I can select the color, draw one side. I can select the color, draw next side. Select the color, draw third side. Select, draw fourth side. This I can do easily. Okay, this I can do easily. But I want to do this inside the for loop. I want to draw like this by using for loop. How can you do the inside the for loop? This is easy, but the lines are very big. Again, there are many lines. I don't want these two lines to repeat again and again. I don't want these two lines forward and right to repeat again and again. So what can I do inside the for loop? Okay, what happens if you put it inside for loop, this one? What if you put it inside for loop? What will happen? It will draw the same color. See? It will draw the same color. If you put red here, it will draw the red color. Because for every line, it will select the same color, right? See? For first line, it will select red and draw one line. Again, red, it will select red and draw second line. Again, select red and draw third line. Again, select red and draw fourth line. Now, how can I make it select multiple colors each and every time it select? For example, if you select one color while drawing the top side, if you select other color while drawing this side, you understand? You get the you understand the solution, right? Solution is every time it draws one side, you should select other color. Correct? Am I right? How can I make it select color based on the side it is drawing? How can it? Okay. How to know which side it is drawing? How to know whether it's drawing this side or this side or this side or this side? If I know that, then I can say when drawing this side, choose red color. When drawing this side, choose blue color. I can say that. But how to know which side it is currently drawing? Whether it's drawing this side or this side or this side. How can I know that? Tell me. From this for loop, how can I know which side it is currently drawing? Which value gives you or tells you which side it is currently drawing? It's a very tricky question, but if you understand this, you can easily think of a solution. Which value in the for loop tells you which side it is currently drawing? Forward value. Forward, no, not forward value. Which value in the for loop tells you which side it is currently drawing? Shall I tell the answer or you want to think? No, no need of slice and all, no need of slicing and all. Okay, listen here. I'll tell. When it is drawing this side, the top side, okay. When it's drawing top side, the value of times will be what? What will be value of times? The value of times. Is drawing top side. What is the value of times? It will be 0. Yeah. When it's drawing this side, value of times will be 1. It's drawing down, value of times will be 2. It's drawing this side. So using the times value, I can say when the times value is 1, or if times value is 0, choose this color. If the times value is 1, choose this color. If it is 2, choose red color. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, what we can do here is, here inside the for loop, I can say if times is equal to 0, pen dot color red. So you have to indent it. Indentation. Why you have to indent here? Because this pen dot color is inside if condition. This is if condition, right? If condition means you are executing something based on a condition. So if the times value is 0, it will choose red color. Similarly, see here. If the times value is 1, it will choose green color. The times value is 2, it will choose blue color. If the times value is, let's say, 3, let's say choose let's say brown color. See, so this is called if condition. And what's double equal to? What's double equal to? What's single equal? What's double equal? What's a equal to 5? What's a double equal to 5? What's the difference? A equal to 5 means, yeah, A equal to 5 means you are storing 5 in A. We are assigning 5 to A. Isn't it? Double equal to means you are checking whether A has 5. Okay, double equal to means you are checking whether A has 5. So this is comparing. This is checking. But this is assigning. Assigning means storing. Now here I am checking whether the value of times is 0. And when it will be 0, it will be 0 the first time. So it will choose red color. Second time, the value of times will be 1, it will choose green color. Third time, times value will be 2, it will choose blue color. Fourth time, times will be 3, choose brown color. So now if I run this, it will draw a square with 4 different colors on each side by choosing color differently when it's going one by one. You understand this? Do you understand this? Everyone? Come on, try this. See, programming concepts are easy to learn, but only when you learn with proper examples or proper use cases, it will be with you always. You won't even forget it. Only then you will know where to use where to use how. Okay. It's easy to just learn what is if, what is while, easy to learn, but you should learn by applying. Okay, that's why I gave you the question first. Okay, the answer to the question is a new concept. I told you how to draw 4 different colors and how to choose a color based on the side, and the answer to that is the if condition. Okay, so if you learn this way, it will be easy for you to remember things. Okay, so always learn this way. You create a question and then the answer to that will be a new concept. Okay, fine. This is done. This is okay. This is over. Is anyone still doing? Should I wait? Let me know if you want me to wait. I'll wait if you want to. Okay, shall I proceed? Shall I proceed then? Okay, now listen. Now listen. Okay, now we know what are variables, how to use looping, and how to use if condition statements. Now listen. Let's say, okay, let me create a new file and let me name it as, let's say, this is third file. Okay, third file. Okay. And okay, let me draw 1 second. So I'll just need this. Okay. I want to draw a square. So let me draw a square first. 1 second. So copy this. Okay. And I don't want different colors. Okay, so this will draw me a square. This will draw me a square. Okay. And what will this do? Tell me. What will this do? What will this do? Tell me. Tell me what this code will do. Okay, 4 times square. Yeah, it will draw square 4 times. Right, it will draw square 4 times. Yes. Okay. Now it is drawing on the same place, isn't it? Drawing the same place. To avoid drawing the same place, we can move the pen. And how to move the pen? I can say pen dot go to. There's a command called pen dot go to, where you can give x and y positions. For example, 100, 100. See, this is like graph actually. Okay, it's basically like a graph like this, and this place is actually 0, 0. This place is 0, 0. So that's where it's drawing by default. Now I can move my pen to 100, 100 something here. So it will draw from here. So minus 100, 100 will be here. So you know this, right? You know how to use graph. This is plus x plus y minus y. This plus y minus minus x minus y. I hope you know this. You must have learned this in school in maths graphs. So same thing. So I can give using this pen dot go to. I can say pen dot go to, and I can say also like pen dot for the second square. I can say go to minus 100, 100 like this. So now if you run this, you can see what happens now. See what happens now. Okay, what happens is it was here, and then I told it to move to this space. I told it to move to this location. It is moving from this place to this place, and then it draw a square. And then I told it to move this space. It came here and started drawing. Now the problem here is, as it is moving, it is drawing and going, isn't it? But I don't want it to draw when it's moving. When it's going from one place to other place, I don't want it to draw. I just want to move there. So what you should do generally when you draw with your pen, when you move to one place to other place, how do you go? Do you drag and go? You don't drag and go. So what you generally do, you lift your pen up and then go there and then put a pen down, isn't it? So same thing. So pen dot up, then you go to this position, then put your pen down, pen dot down. See, go to lift your pen up, go to this position, put your pen down, and then draw this. Similarly, same thing. So put your pen up and go to this position. Sorry. And then put a pen down. Similarly, I will do the same thing for this also. See, and this is 100 comma minus 100. I'll give 100 comma minus 100 minus 100 comma minus. See, I'm drawing in all 4 quadrants on all 4 sides. It has 4 sides, right? The graph has 4 sides. So 100 comma 100 minus 100 comma 100 100 comma minus 100 minus 100 comma minus 100. Now if I run this, see, okay, now listen. You don't have to do this. Listen. You don't have, this is not the concept. The concept is coming now. Listen to this carefully. Okay. Now you can easily look at this program and understand that this for loop, okay, is repeating 4 times, isn't it? This for loop is repeating 4 times in 4 different places, not continuously. It's not repeating continuously. So this is happening, then something else is happening. Again, this is happening, something else is happening, this is happening, something else is happening. So this for loop is repeating at 4 different places, not continuously. Now, how can I reduce the number of lines here? I can't use looping. You can use looping only when something is repeating continuously. You can't use looping here. So without looping, how can I reduce the number of lines? Tell me. Those who know already, you can tell. Or if you think of something, you can tell me. What do you think you can use here? Exactly. Others? Okay, great. Yes, great. Yes. So what we are going to do here is we're going to give a name to these three lines. These three lines are repeating, right? So what we're going to do, copy this, put it on top somewhere before using it, somewhere here. Okay. I'm going to give a name to these three lines. And I can give a name by giving the command def. Def is define. Let's say I want to give a name called square. Okay, I give a name like this, square with a colon, and I should indent all these three lines inside to say these three lines are inside this. Let me repeat again. What I have done here is these three lines are repeating in many places. So to avoid repeating it again and again, I have given a name to this called square. And how did I do it? I used the keyword def, which is short form of define, then gave the name I want to use. You can name it anything. I gave it square. And then I indented all the three lines inside it. Now these three lines have a name called square. So wherever these three lines have to come, I'll just call the name alone square. That's it. See? Similarly, it has to, these have to come here, right? So I'll erase it, give square. Here also erase it, give square. Erase it, sorry, give square. See, in all the four places, I have just called the name I use for those three lines. I don't have to repeat those three lines again and again. So even if we draw 100 squares, I don't have to write for loop 100 times. I can just call this square name 100 times and it will happen. Now this is called function definition or just functions. We call function definition or just functions. So what are functions? Functions are basically a name, okay, basically name which has a set of lines inside it, which is repeating in multiple places in different. I'll tell you how to give different color. First understand this. First understand this. A function is basically a name given to a set of lines which is repeating in many places inside the program, not continuously, but in discrete places. So whichever is repeating like that, you can give a name and just call the name wherever it has to come. That is what we call as functions or function definition. You understand this? Do you understand this? Everyone? Those are new to programming, especially you should tell me. You understand this, right? Or those are new to Python, new to functions and all that, you should tell me this. Okay. Okay, now let's say, I given a color here. Okay, I'm giving a color here called red. Okay. Now if I run this program, I'll get all squares in red color, isn't it? All squares will be in red color now. All squares will be in red color. Okay. Now, my question is, okay, we'll do this. Okay, listen, I want to have someone ask me now, right? Someone ask me, how can I have different colors? If we change the color here, it is changing in all squares, isn't it? See, we change the color here. It is changing for all the squares because the same lines are being called everywhere. So it is changing in all the places. Now, how can I give different colors to different squares? How can I give different colors to different squares? How to do that? I want this square to be in blue color. This is red. Yeah, we had to do that way only. Now this value has to change, right? This value is not, yeah, it's now constant. Now it's constant as blue. But now this value has to change from square to square. When something is going to change, what we should do? When something is going to change or alter in the program or vary in the program, what we should do? What we should do? I told you in the beginning. When data is about to change in the program, what we should do? Come on. When data is about to change, yeah, you should make them as variables. So instead of giving the value here straight away, create a variable name here. For example, let's say my color. My color. So now this has become a variable. I should be able to give the color when calling the square. See, when calling the square, I should say this square should be in red color. When the square comes square here, I should say this square should be in blue color. When it comes square here, I should say this square should be in green color. When it comes square here, I should say this square will be in brown color. Now, if you want to do this, this has to be, this value is replaces, right? So to do that, you have to first of all pass this inside this. Okay, this data, this variable have to be passed inside these brackets like this. Now I'll be able to give the color value when calling the square. What will happen now? When square is being called, this red value will come here and then replace this value. So this square will be in red color. When this is drawing, this blue color will replace my color value. So this is blue color. So now if I run this, I can see 4 squares with 4 different colors. See? But there's no increase in program. There's no, I haven't increased even a single line in the program. Okay, I just converted this constant value into a variable. Now this variable which you are passing inside this bracket is called an argument or a parameter. Both the same, okay? Parameter or argument. An argument is something which is changing inside the function, and that argument value can be given while calling the function. You understand this, everyone? You understand what an argument is? So arguments will help you to make your function dynamic. Dynamic means it can be changed, altered in real time. Okay. Now I can see 4 different colors. How can I change the size now? I want this squares to be small, this bigger, this way bigger, this to be the biggest. Arguments, parent, both are same. There's no difference. Generally, when you define a function, they're called arguments. But when you define a function, a method inside a class, we call them as parameters. There's no much difference. People interchange them when they speak. There's no perfect definition for arguments. Both the same. When you define a function inside a class or a class, you call the arguments as parameters. Okay, now listen. How can I change the size of this now? I can just change, like if I put 50 here, every square will be 50, right? Every square will be small. See, everything is small. So I want 4 different sizes for 4 different. All the 4 square will different sizes. So what should I do here? I put a variable here, let's say steps. And then I can pass it as an argument inside here. Steps like this. See, I passed this variable as an argument inside square function. So now I can give it inside while calling 50. For this square, 100 is a size. For this square, 150 is the size. For this square, 200 is the size. Now if I run this, see? Yes. See? You understand, right? You understand, right? Everyone, how functions are able to easily alter the parameters, the data, and draw different things. I can also reduce these 3 lines now. How can I reduce? I want to give a function for this. So what I can do, let's say I want to give a name called move. So I can say move, and if I just give a call this and here, let's say I put this here and put here, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens now. And let's say I'll just call move everywhere. Move, 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 move. See? Now the whole program is reduced now. I can also put this 3 lines inside the same function itself. Okay. So not an issue. You can put this 3 lines inside the same function itself, but I just create a new function. Okay. I create a new function called move, and I replace those 3 lines with move. Let's see what happens now. Okay. 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 So it is drawing in the same place. Why? It's drawing in the same place again and again. Why? Because this value is constant now, isn't it? So this value have to be, it has to be dynamic. It has to become an argument. So I had to replace this with variables. So put x here, y here, pass this inside as argument here, x comma y, and then you can give, okay, 100 comma 100, and then 100 comma minus 100, and then minus 100 comma 100, minus 100 comma minus 100. Now if I run this, okay, these 100 and 100 will replace this x and y, 100 minus, and you can easily see, yeah, see. Okay, you understood? You understand this, right, everyone? Blank screen. Why are you getting a blank screen? There'll be some, see if you're getting an error somewhere. If you're getting a blank screen, see in the shell if you're getting any error. Are you getting an error in the shell? If you're getting an error in the shell, then there's something wrong in the program. The shell will tell you where the error is. Okay. Okay, so now we have covered, what are the concepts we have covered today? So we have covered, let's say, we saw print, and then we saw what variables are, and then we saw what is it, looping. In looping we saw for loop, and then we saw if condition. If condition comes under conditional statements, okay, condition, and then we saw functions. Okay, now there's one more thing I'll tell you, and then we'll, okay, there are many concepts basically. Okay, there are many concepts. It's not, the 3 hours is not able to cover everything, but I just want to give you how to easily learn Python. Okay. Okay, so we saw all these things. One more thing I can tell you, one more thing I can teach you. It's also very useful. Let me go through that. For example, let's say, okay, I want to draw. I'm drawing a square. Let's say, 1 second. Okay, I can do that here itself. I'm going in different places. I'll do that here itself. See here, I'm going to draw a square. Okay, let's say, okay, see here. See here. So I'm drawing. Let me put it here itself. Okay. See here. Let me save it. Save it as 4th. Okay. Now this will draw me a square, isn't it? This will draw me a square. Now, instead of drawing a square, I want to ask the user, okay, something and then draw accordingly. If the user says draw a pentagon, I should draw a pentagon. If the user says draw a hexagon, I should draw a hexagon. How can I do it? How to get the data from the user? Generally, when you're giving data, for example, let's say I put here name equals to my name is Ilyas. So I can say print welcome. Let's say if I put like I can put like this, I can print like this. See what will welcome to the class. Okay, welcome to the class. So what will happen now? It'll print welcome to the class, and then this name will be replaced with Ilyas. This you understand, right? Okay, fifth. This you understand, right? This is easy to understand, isn't it? You understand this? Everyone? See, it says welcome to the class, Ilyas. You understand this, right, everyone? This is not easy. It's not difficult to understand. Now, instead of giving the value of the name here, I can get the data from the user after running the program. After running the program, I can get the data from the user in real time. How to get it? I can use input function. See, if we put input function, the program will wait for me to give some input in the shell. For example, if I run this, see if I run this, see the program is waiting. It's not printing it. It is not printed the output yet. The output is not printed. It's waiting for me. It is waiting for me because it's waiting. It's waiting for to give the input. If we give, let's say RAM, then this RAM will get stored in name and then print the output. See here, if you put RAM and press enter, see, welcome to the class RAM. See, you understand this? See, let me repeat again. Okay, you can also give some question here. Give your name. You can also give some notes here. See, if I give input, give your name, see what happens. See what happens. See, it is asking me to give your name. It's asking me to give my name. If I give Ilyas, this Ilyas will store a name and then we'll get print here. See, now if I run this, oh sorry, it's asking me again. Give a name. If I give Ilyas and then press enter, see, will come to the class Ilyas. You understand this input function? You understand this? Everyone, how input function works? Now, using this, instead of drawing a square, I want to draw any side depending on what user says. I want to draw any side what the user says. For example, if a user, for example, it should ask me sides equals to input. How many sides you want to draw? You want to draw. Okay. See, it is asking me how many you want to draw. I'll give some sides. Let's say I give 4, 5, 6, whatever. That will be stored in sides. Let's print it. Let's print it. Okay. You understand what I'm doing? See, what I'm doing here is instead of okay, I'm asking the user how many sides do you want to draw. The user will give 4, 5, 6, whatever size you want to draw, and let's print it first. Let's print it first. Okay, it's asking how many sides you want to draw. Okay, whatever. Is it showing here? Okay, see, it's asking how many sides you want to draw. And if I give 5, it will print 5. But it's drawing only square now. Even if we repeat again, even if you give 8 sides, it will draw only square because why? Where I should put the sides now. If I want to draw 8 sides, if the user give 8 sides, where should I put it? Yeah, inside the range value, right? Inside the range value, I should give sides. See what happens now. Listen here. See this, then you do. Okay, there's something very tricky here. See here. Okay. Now, if the user gives 4, 4 will be here. If the user gives 8, 8 will be here, right? But see what happens. See what happens. We run this now. I'm giving 8. See what happens. I'm giving 8 and pressing enter. What happened? There's an error. What is it? The error is in range, sites. What's the error? String object cannot be interpreted as an integer. String object cannot be now you should understand different things here, main things. Listen here. See here. There are 3 different types of main types of data. Now, this is 5. This is also 5. This is also 5. But all 3 are different. See, A, B, and C, all 3 may look like same in terms of value, but all 3 are different. Okay, yeah. Data can be of many types. The main 3 types are integer, float, and string. When you have data, which is a number but not having a decimal point, there's no decimal point, only number, we call it as integer. In short, int. If you have a number with a decimal point, we call it as float. When you have some data with double quotes or single quotes, anything, we call it as string. Okay, like this, or let's say like this. All these are called string. These are called string. In short, we call this string. Okay, you understand this, everyone? You understand this? You understand what integer, float, or string? You understand what's? You understand this, everyone? Please let me know. Integer, float, string. Integer means any data with no decimal point. Any number with no decimal point. Float means number with decimal point. String means something is inside double quotes or single quotes. Now, the problem which is occurring here is we give 8, 9, 10, 4 and all that, right? We are giving us 8, right? Now, this 8 is not stored as integer 8, but this 8 is stored as string 8 in the sites. The problem is when it's asking for input, I give input, right? I give 8. That 8, it has to store like this. But instead, the input function will store whatever you give as a string only. So instead of this 8 is stored in 8. That is why instead of this 8, in this place, this 8 is coming. Now this is an error. We should give a number there, right? It should be string, it should be integer there. How can you give a string there? So what I can do here? What I can do here then? You understand the problem? The problem is this 8 is going as string 8, not, yeah, exactly. We have to convert its type, right? You have to convert, for example, this 5 have to be converted into this 5. How can it do it? For that, we have a concept called typecasting. What is the meaning of the word casting? What is to cast something? What is to cast something? What is casting? What's the meaning of the word casting? Casting means converting or type changing. Okay, you must have seen this in movies, right? In movies, at the end of the movies, you'll see cast, and they'll say whichever hero acted as what. Okay, Vijay acted as this thing, whatever, something like that, right? So casting means someone is changing into something, some character, some different character. Here also, typecasting means we are going to convert its type, change its type from one type to other type. And how to do that? For example, if C is this 5, if C this 5, okay, I can change it by enclosing it in, for example, D, I can put D equals to integer of 5. Now, what is integer of C? What integer of C? What this will do? It will convert this 5 into integer 5. Shall you see that? See here. See here what I'm doing. I'm going to print the type of C. Type of C means it will print what data type of C is. Print the type of C. Okay, let me comment this. See what happens now. It is saying type of C is string. Now, after converting in integer, see what happens. Print type of D. See, I can also print, I can print C and then type of C, print D and print type of D. I'm printing D and type of D. See here, it is printing C and then type of C, string. After converting it, it is printing D, which is 5, but this 5 is integer 5, not string 5. Now, this is what we call as typecasting. Typecasting means, as I told you, converting from one type to other type. You understand this, everyone? Now, applying this here, if you apply this here, what we can do? What we can do here is, while getting itself, while getting input itself, I can convert it. See, after getting the input, I convert it into integer and then store in sites. Now, if I run it, see what happens. It asks me how many sites you want to. I put 8. See what happens. It's still drawing a square. Why? What I should change here? I put 8 here. There's no error, but still it's drawing a square. What I should change? Come on, tell me. Based on the sites, what should we change? Guys, you understand this? See, be with me the last part. This is the last part. You'll wind up with this. Tell me. I gave 8. You should draw me octagon. But drawing square because, yeah, the angle is not changing. If we give 8, the angle should be 45. If we give 6, angle should be 60. So what should I give here then? What should I give here? To change the angle according to the side. How can I do it? What did you change here? No need of if condition. You can easily change the angle based on the number of sides. I already gave you the formula. What's the formula? If you want to change the angle according to the side, what's the formula I gave you? 360 by sides, right? I gave you this formula already. Yeah, so that's it. So if we put 8 here, the angle will become 360 by 8, 45. If we give 4 here, the angle will become 360 by 4, 90. Automatically change. Now if I run this, see it's asking 8. Are you 8? Yes. See? So now based on user's input, it will change. If I give, let's say 5, it will draw a pentagon. See? Drawing a pentagon. You understood this, everyone? Let's say I want to do this continuously. Let's say I don't want to stop it. I want to keep asking, keep doing. When you want to do something continuously without stopping, you put it inside while true loop. Okay, note this down. While true loop means when you want to do something continuously without stopping, you put it inside while true. It won't stop at all. So whatever is inside while true, it won't stop. It's like saying the condition is always true. It's not false at all. So what is inside while true, it won't stop. So it will keep asking, keep drawing. Let me ask this color also. I'm going to ask the color also. So color equals to input, give a color. See, give a color, and I can say I'll put this color in color, in pen dot color. See what will happen now? It lasts the number of sides, it lasts the color, and put the color and then draw it. Or I can put my color to avoid confusion. See, I'm getting input for color and store in change the pen color also. Now see what happens. So I run this now. See, okay, let me put it here. 1 second. Yeah. So it's asking how many sides you want to draw. I say 3 sides. It's asking me for the color. I put red color. Yes. See, it's asking again. The program is not stopping because it's inside while true. These two lines, everything is inside while true. So it's happening again. So what happens now? Let's see. So I'll give 4 sides and color, let's say blue color. Yes. See? How is it? I'll give 5 sides. Let's say on green color. Yes. And 6 sides. Let's say magenta. What's magenta? I'll put cyan. Cyan. Yes. 7 sides. Shall try. Magenta is what? Magenta is pink. Magenta is different. Okay, pink. 8. So you understand, right? How what color shall I give? Black, brown, whatever. I hope you understand the program here. You understand this? How I'm using input function, how I'm using while true to do some awesome. you can draw many things. You try to draw maybe Indian flag or something and send it to me after the session is over. You understood this, everyone? Input and how this typecasting we are doing. You understand all this, everyone? Okay, let's close with this. Okay, let's end with this. There are many more concepts you should learn, but we can't learn everything in 2 or 3 hours. Okay. Maybe if you want to join some course or something, there's a batch starting tomorrow. It's a 500 rupee course. Okay, it's 500 rupees. If you are interested to join course, let me show you. Maybe I'll show you the content of it. I think I don't remember the. Okay, this is it. I think. Okay, this one. Okay, it's a 3-week course. Okay, it's a 3-week course. Yeah, we are starting it tomorrow. English batch. Okay, English batch. I'll send you the link in this link, and if you want to attend, you can attend. Okay. It's 500 rupees. Okay, it's a 3-week course. 2 weeks you'll be learning Python, and 1 week you'll be doing like project or something. You'll be doing a game. You'll be developing a game basically. Okay, in the course. So you'll cover all these concepts. We covered only 10% today, right? 10-20% today. So the remaining 80% you have to learn in Python. So it's just 499 plus GST. You can register through this link. I'll send you this link and okay. I'll send you this link in chat box. If you want to register, you can register. Yeah, certified course. It's certified course. You'll be getting certification after assessment. After the course, I'll be giving you quiz and assessment. So once you complete the assessment and quiz, you'll be getting a certificate from us. Okay, so if you want to register, you can register from this. I'll also send you the details in the group, the WhatsApp group. You can register if you want to. So this is it. Okay, so it's 500 rupees. So 2 weeks of and timing will be 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, the timing is 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Night, Monday to Friday. 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. starting tomorrow. Okay. So if you're interested, you can, and see, Python is like, Python is it has a lot of applications. So with search Python applications, you can get to almost like 30 different job roles. Okay, if you just put like Python application, you see a lot of things. The most versatile language is Python now. Most highly used in different applications, Python. There's no other language which is used versatile like Python. Okay, like in many fields. Also, it's one of the most easiest languages. Okay, so if you want to learn Python, you can join with me from tomorrow. And I will also start a data science course from next month. So, and that's only for those who are good in Python. So even if you complete this course in Python this time, you can also join the data science course. I'm starting data science course. Yeah. I am only teaching this course. I am teaching this Python course, also data science course, which is starting on July 17th. July 17th, I'm starting data science course. And for that, you should know Python. So if you join this, you can join that also. Okay. And how was the session today? You like the session? How was the session today? You like session? How was my teaching? I'll tell you how to draw a circle. Wait. It was great. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, the project will be based on what you have learned. We'll be developing a game based on what you learned. We'll be developing Flappy Bird game. You know Flappy Bird game, right? Flappy Bird. We'll be developing this game at the end of the course. This one. I'll tell you how to develop this game from the very scratch. Okay. Yeah, certificate course. You'll be getting a certificate at the end of the course. At the end of 2-3 weeks. At the third week, after you complete your assessment, you'll be getting the certificate. So this game you'll be developing using Python at the end of the course. Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to ask? You want to ask anything? You can give your feedbacks. I'd like to know your feedbacks. You like the session? How was my teaching? How was everything? I hope you understood every concept I took. Okay, so let's look at the demo now. I'll show you some demos maybe. As I told you, the demos actually to show you what Python can do. Once you know Python, you can do a lot of things, especially if you want to get into artificial intelligence, data science, and all that. Python is like the trump card. Okay, you can use other programming languages, but those who are new to programming, those one comfortable language, you go with Python. Yeah, I'll send the course link in WhatsApp group also. I'll send details in WhatsApp group also. I'll show you some demos and you'll wind up. Then I'll send you the last feedback link. So those who fill the feedback link, you'll be getting the certificates. I'll send you the last. Okay, once you complete this, I'll send you the link once again. Okay, now this. Let's say. Okay, this is actually Tamil batch is going. Tamil batch got over yesterday, and tomorrow what we're starting is English batch. Okay, Tamil batch got over just yesterday. So and let me show you this maybe automation. Do you know this thing? I'm sorry. Google total hurdles. You know them? Okay, I sent you some video, right? Maybe let me show you certain things from that. You know, Google total hurdles. It's actually a game. Simple game. Google total game they created. Okay. So this one generally when we play with hand, it is difficult for us to complete it. Okay. I mean, we can complete it, but you won't be able to run faster with your hand. I mean, you can't finish faster, but I can only finish in like 13, 14 seconds. Now let's see how fast we can run if we use Python. Okay, so see here, this is simple automation code. What I've done here is I used for loop and automated the right and left key presses using a library called PyAutoGUI. Okay, so I'm just typing right and left key buttons in your keyboard and for 300 times. Let's see what happens if I do this. Now if I run this, okay, it's still loading. Wait, it's loading something. Okay. If I run this, what happens? Let's see what happens. It's still loading once again. Okay, it's happening now. I can see what happens now. If I run this now, let's keep him ready. Let's keep him ready. And then I run the program. See what happens. Let's see. Come on, run. Is it running? No. Okay, wait, let me run again. Okay, see? Yes. So with Python, I'm able to finish it in like 6.4 seconds. Just a simple code. You see, the code is very simple, not even 10 lines. Similarly, there are other applications like, let's say, let me show you something like maybe AI vision. This computer vision. Okay. Okay, see here. Okay, what I've done here is, you see this book here? This book, can you read the book? Are you able to read what is there in the book? You're not able to read, right? It's not quite visible to our naked eyes. Some part is available, some part can be seen, like this side, the tree and all that, but not everything. But with Python, with some image processing techniques, there's some thresholding techniques. So I use thresholding techniques to read the book. And when I'm running it, see what happens. So if I run this, I'll be able to read the book, which my eyes can't read. See that? This is the actual book image, but with Python, I'm able to read it completely now. Okay, so this is one application of Python, computer vision, image processing techniques, and all that. Can you again, the code is easy, just not even 10 lines of code. Okay, so the many things like that. There are many machine learning applications. I think there is. Okay, there's face recognition project. Okay, it'll take time. Anyways, so the objective is learn Python. It'll help you in your job to find good job. Even see, you can use Python for your own use cases. You can automate your routine stuff using Python. Okay, so if you learn Python, daily tasks are there, right? There are many automation libraries you can use for automating things. So even if you're not learning Python for jobs, at least you can learn Python for your personal life. Even I've done many things. And if you want to look for jobs, you can go to LinkedIn and search for Python jobs. You'll see a lot of jobs coming up in Python. For example, let me show you. Maybe how many of you live there in LinkedIn? Everyone's there in LinkedIn. There's a LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is a very good platform. Everyone should be there. Okay, it's a very good platform. I highly recommend being there in LinkedIn. You can also follow me up. You can also follow me there. You can search for Mohammed Ilyas and you may see me there. It's a very good platform. It's a good platform for connecting as well as searching for jobs also. Most of the people, what they do now, they don't apply for jobs. For example, if you're doing some Python project, you keep posting your work in Python in LinkedIn. Someone will keep looking at you. Okay, see, you can post like, I did this, I did that, I did this project. Someone will keep looking at you, and they will hire you by themselves. You don't have to go and look for jobs. So many people are doing Python projects and other projects and putting in LinkedIn. They're getting noticed and they are easily being called by employees. And remember, when some people call you for employment, you can demand your salary. You can say, see, because they know your skill, they know what you are able to do. So you can demand, I need this much of salary. But if you go and look for jobs yourself, you have to go with whatever they are going to give. So it's a LinkedIn is a good platform to showcase your skills. Right? You can go to jobs portal in LinkedIn and you'll see a lot of jobs. Usually I saw lakhs of jobs in Python in India. I don't know how much is available now. I don't know why it's very late. What happened? Why is it very slow? Okay, fine. Let me send you the link for feedback. 1 second. Let me. Where is it? Feedback link. Where is it? Yeah, this one. Okay. So this feedback link will be open only for 5 minutes. Okay. I'll close the feedback link in 5 minutes. Try to fill it within 5 minutes. After that, I'll close it. Okay. I'm sending it now. Okay. Okay. I'm sending it in now. 1 second. I'm sending the chat box. Okay. It will be open only for 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, try to fill it. Yes, I sent it. Is there in the chat box? You can start filling now. I'll close it in 5 minutes. Come on. You got the link, everyone? You got the link, right? You saw the link in the chat box. Okay. Not accepting responses, huh? 1 second, 1 second. Okay, okay, okay. Now do it. Now do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now do it. Now do it. Sorry. Can do it now. So there are 27 people of you. Let's see. Done? Are you doing it? Okay. Another 2 minutes. If you have any other doubts you want to ask, then ask me. And as I told you in LinkedIn, if you go to job section here, you can just search for Python jobs and you can see a lot of jobs coming up. You can see that 85,000 jobs are in there in India. Okay, 85,000 results are here. So you can easily get jobs in Python. If you put some effort and learn easily. Offline course, we had it last month, but we have it only in Chennai. Where are you from? We are in Chennai. We have offline internships on Python, data science, IoT, web development, and all that. Okay, so in Chennai only. Okay, great. We had in February, but many people preferred, like offline is preferred, but still not everyone comes at the same time. So we are finding it difficult to have offline sessions. Maybe I'll send you something about internships. We are running data science, IoT, virtual internships now. It is offline internship. It's happening at Kodambakam, Chennai. Internship is 15 days. It's a paid internship. Okay, you have to pay for it. It's a training come industrial training come internship. So you'll be for 5 days you'll be trained on concepts. 5 days you'll be working on sample projects. Another 5 days you'll be working on company project. So it's like the whole loan exposure on actual thing. Okay, it's in Chennai in Kodambakam. So it's starting 20th. Offline internship. It's for IoT. Okay, for offline it's 2,000 per head. Okay, if you want online internship on data science, that is starting on 21st. So that is 1,000 rupees. Offline internship on data science, that will be again 15 days. That will be on timing 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday. And this offline internship is the timing is like 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. The three things: web development is there, IoT is there, and web development is full stack development, IoT, and data science is there. You can, if you, I'll send that is also. Can if you want to join, you can join. But for IoT, I think seats are filled. We have said that the limits are reached. You can choose either data science or web development. How many of you here are from Chennai? For tomorrow's course, we have to tomorrow's the last date. You can pay before tomorrow because we have to add you to the group and all that. So once you make the payment of the 500 plus GST, come to 590 rupees. You will be added to a paid group. So there will be I'll be sending the details. Also, I'll send you those who are attending this 590 rupees 2-week course will also get these courses from us. We have a website, okay, itexperttraining.com, where we have Python courses and all that. So you'll be getting that also. You'll be getting 10 courses from here. I'll tell you which courses. You'll be getting this IoT with Python. You'll be getting this virtual project with Python. You'll be getting data science with Python, Flappy Bird game, voices using Python, software with Python, machine learning with Python. All this you'll be getting for free if you're attending this 594 rupees course. So it's an add-on for you. Automation with Python. So this is already free, but these are all paid here. So you'll also get this thing along with this thing. So you get it's a advantage for you. You'll be getting like 10 courses like this, 10 course bundle. Okay, or if you want to buy from here, you can buy from here also. This is our website. But if you have to buy individually one by one, so that's a big thing. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'll send the course in WhatsApp also. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining again. It's nice to have you in my session. You responded quickly. You responded very quick. I mean, you were interactive. Thanks for being like that. We'll connect again in some other course or something. Thanks for your feedbacks. Thanks for your feedbacks. I'll send details of the course in the group. You can join and make use of it. Okay. Bye bye. Take care. Enjoy the remaining part of the weekend. See you again. Okay. Good day, guys.